Mammals are something that were not in Jurassic World Evolution, nor were they really talked about in the Jurassic World films or even gave a cameo. That being said, there could be a small possibility for mammals to come to Jurassic World Evolution 2 as some kind of expansion pack on the additional roster of 70 dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures. Well, today I'm going to be talking about a theory that I've pieced together regarding mammals coming to Jurassic World Evolution 2. So sit back, relax, strap yourself in, because this is going to be an interesting one. Other than that, let's get right into the video. Mammals were technically never in any of the Jurassic Park films, however they have been mentioned in and outside of the films to an extent, but this really just goes past or within the boundaries of quick mentions or little cameos on the screen. For example, a prime video that sparked my interest in this theory is a video by Clayton Fioriti that was made in September 2019, which was talking about how Jurassic Park planned to clone extinct mammals, which is rather interesting. The video basically points towards the Masrani website, which is tied to Jurassic World lore. The video ends up going on to the point out that if you go to the news section of the website, you can see that there are actually talks of a Siberian expedition or excavation facility called Martel, as pointed out in Clayton's video. The website entry regarding InGen expanding its excavations into Siberia says this: the new InGen facility Martel, based in Siberia, has now opened. A rotating research team of 9 scientists and an excavation crew of 45 persons will undergo 18 months of drilling at 42 glacial ice locations. The team hopes to find organic remains dating from 40,000 to 200,000 years ago. The state-of-the-art research base has been 2 years in the making and is believed to be situated over a group of woolly mammoths buried under the permafrost. This could potentially herald a new era of scientific discovery, helping us map out natural history like never before. I'm excited to finally see Martel on completion, expressed an excited Dr. Henry Wu, eager to add to InGen's ever-growing genomic library. Clayton's video goes even further to this because he actually says that there is a talk about Cenozoic creatures in the investors tab on the website as well, which goes on to say this: InGen Technologies temporarily closed down 2 of its mines in Argentina to focus on its Martel expedition in Siberia, a move that has so far yielded an abundance of highly preserved carcasses. Despite the exciting finds, Dr. Henry Wu has held back on speculating whether Jurassic World might be including recreated assets from the Cenozoic era. Right now we are focused on the construction of the world's most complete genomic library, Dr. Wu reiterated. But if the world tells us that that's what they want to see, we're more than prepared. Which already solidifies the fact that there could have been mammals in any of the Jurassic World films. Maybe in the future we could actually see a mammal to an extent, since they actually have a rough mention on the website and they tie into the lore. Clayton's video actually goes into this even further, so I recommend you go ahead and watch that video. It's definitely a recommended watch if you enjoy that theory and the lore side of things for Jurassic World. However, I'm here for Jurassic World Evolution 2, so really let's get into what you think, what creatures could be added to the game. Well, you see, in Jurassic World Evolution, the expansion packs in the game usually add about 6 dinosaurs, 5 to 6 dinosaurs at that, so we could be seeing about 6 Cenozoic creatures in the game, or mammals in the game. However, I feel like that would be a nice amount because the usual additions of dinosaurs isn't normally big enough to herald a new category of creatures. So 6 would be nice because we get 3 carnivores, 3 herbivores. So what can we see in the game? Firstly, the most definite addition to the game would be the woolly mammoth, the first and most named one here. Now there's a reason why. This was mentioned in the Martel expedition, as the Siberia site, as they said, was situated on top of woolly mammoth remains. In fact, the woolly mammoth is also mentioned in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous with its bones on a tray. Sammy asks Dr. Wu what is on the tray, and before he was cut off, he basically goes on to say it's a Siberian mammoth, remains extracted for, and then he's so rudely cut off. So that's one creature that would definitely make it, being featured in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous and in the lore for Jurassic World itself. Next up, we would get Smilodon. This one is actually an interesting one because after looking at Clayton's video and after looking on the Jurassic World wiki, you can actually find out a little bit about the Smilodon, because this is actually in Jurassic Park 1, because there's a cuddly Smilodon toy which can be seen in the Gallimimus gift shop. It's also featured in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, as the skull of Smilodon is on display in Lockwood Manor. Smilodon is also featured in Jurassic Park Builder and Jurassic World the game, and finally it's also in Jurassic World Alive. After Smilodon, the list goes into freefall because there isn't actually any more mammals that were featured in Jurassic World or Jurassic Park. These are only ones that are featured in Jurassic World Alive, Jurassic World the game, or Jurassic Park Builder at that. So what do I think, or what would I say could be nice additions to the game? Daeodon is one. This is the next one that I'm going to talk about. This was in Jurassic Park Builder, but hasn't featured in a Jurassic Park game or Jurassic World game since, so I feel like it will be a nice addition to the game. Daeodon is an omnivore, similar to that of modern day hippos in terms of their diet and their temperament, of course. It is an entelodont that lived in North America. This thing is absolutely badass in my opinion. I feel like this would be very nice to add to the game if Mammals were to come to Jurassic World Evolution 2 in an expansion pack. Panoptus is next. This is an interesting one because Jurassic World Evolution 2 did announce some oddballs, with Quinzalsaurus being one of them. Panoptus could be the next oddball because this is technically very similar to Doedicurus, which is in the same family as Panoptus. This one is a lot more unknown, however, and I feel like this is seeming as it's very similar to Doedicurus. It would actually be fairly known and fairly well recognized, but it's just a more unknown variant of it. Both of these weird critters were in Jurassic World game, so you can literally add either or here. However, this will be a nice addition due to its similarity to ankylosaurs in terms of their looks and their builds to an extent. Next, we have Arctodus. Now, what is a mammal game without any bears? This is the short-faced bear, even called the bulldog bear, which is an extinct bear that lived in North America. Arctodus, yet again, is an omnivore. However, its diet has more of a carnivorous scent or more piscivorous diet than herbivore, as it would have primarily eaten meat and fish like modern day bears would have. Arctodus lived alongside Smilodon as well, so in theories, you could say that Smilodon and Arctodus could be found in the same dig site, since we're going down a dig site route as with the other games. Megatherium is the next mega herbivore to come to the game. I think this one will be a nice one because it's just a giant ground sloth. Megatherium was absolutely massive. It could essentially reach the size of elephants, and so I think this is why it would be a nice addition to the game. We all love sloths, but imagine an elephant-sized sloth. That is definitely something that I think would just be a hit. It would be something that people would love because, well, sloths we all know and love. Megatherium was also in Jurassic World the game, so it could come back to this and it would fit nicely since it's already technically been in a Jurassic World game. And finally, that's it for the animals themselves, but I just want to briefly mention, because we have aquatics in the game now, we could in theory bring in aquatic Cenozoic creatures. Now these wouldn't be mammals to an extent. If you want to bring in mammals, Basilosaurus and Leviathan are two really good ones here, both carnivorous whales, which are pretty badass. However, you could extend that further and you could add sharks as well. You could in theory add Megalodon. However, Megalodon was actually never in any Jurassic World games, so I don't think Megalodon would have a good chances coming in compared to Basilosaurus or Leviathan. That being said, that's all of the proposals that I have. If you want to create your own herbivore pack, put your suggestions in the comments down below. Let's go 6 per pack and let's see what creatures you would add. And that's that. Well, let me know your thoughts about this really neat theory for mammals in Jurassic World Evolution 2. A mammal expansion in the future. How cool would that be? That would be awesome. I know it's a Jurassic World game, but technically it does tie into the lore just a little bit, and that little bit is an excuse to bring in mammals to the game. Other than that, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to stick around for more content like this, feel free to like and subscribe. I plan on either streaming or doing a series on Jurassic World Evolution 2, depending on what you guys want. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.